Hey everyone, so in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you 23 things I learned at 23 that most people learn at 40. These lessons took me a lot of pain and suffering to learn, so if I can cut you the time so that you can master these lessons faster, I am a happy girl. The first lesson is to stop trying to find your career path in a rush. Stop stressing yourself out that you need to have your whole life together because you see people on Instagram flexing their dream car, their dream life, their dream career, their dream partner at 21. That is an anomaly. At the end of the day, your first job is not going to be your last job. Number 2, you will get paid in proportion to the value of the problem you solve for other people. The entrepreneur can solve rich people's problems and make $1,500 an hour. A lawyer could solve people's problems and make $450 an hour. And a Target employee could solve retail problems and make $12 an hour. So you want to ask yourself, what are the skill sets I need to acquire to become a high value person who could solve high value problems for other people? Lesson number 3. Have conversations with strangers, because you'll end up realizing that you've been living in this box for your whole life, thinking one way about yourself, about society, about the way the world operates, that when you go out into the real world and you talk to someone who is really different from you, you get so much dimension and opinion and variety of thought that you'll actually get way more creatively inspired. Number 4. You would much rather get rejected for who you are than get accepted for who you are not. Really dive into your self-discovery and ask, what are the beliefs that make you you? What are the ideologies that make you you? And instead of trying to mask them and conform them so that you appear more acceptable and normal to the people around you, you tap into that, you extract that, you dig deep into that, and then you showcase that. And now, if someone rejects you, it's because you weren't right for them. But if someone accepts you, it's because they value who you truly are. Number 5, there is no such thing as the perfect time. Students try to find the perfect time to study. Lovers try to find the perfect time to get married. People try to find the perfect time to let go of their job. Addicts wait for a happy life to quit drugs. Literally, the time never comes. So if you wait to feel ready, you will never start. Number 6, this is one of my favorite quotes from Naval. He says, escape competition through authenticity. At the end of the day, no one can plagiarize your mind. No one can plagiarize your worldview, your perspective, your story, your beliefs, your traits, your interests, your quirks. No one can plagiarize that. Isn't that so beautiful? Doesn't that give you this freedom to say, you know what, I'm gonna tap into this worldview, this vessel of my individuality, and I'm gonna vomit it into the world? That, my friends, is what happens when you live in full integrity with your authenticity. Competition is irrelevant. You gain more growth, you gain more community, you gain more success. Okay, number 7 is really important. This is probably number 1 in my head. Read what no one else reads so that you can think like no one else thinks. What you consume is who you become. So if you consume what everyone else is consuming, you become like how everyone else is becoming. And this is controversial, but it's because I've read nearly 100 books, and once you read that many books, you realize how much fluff and bullshit is in 99% of them. And so what I stopped doing was that I stopped trying to read every book, and instead I started rereading the top 10 books that have the most strongest principles in them. And this is connected to my 8th lesson, and that is to create a high information diet. So instead of reading a basic self-help book, read a book like The Alchemist. If you want to read about wealth creation, read The Almanac of Neville Ravikant. If you want to learn how to influence and persuade, read Cialdini. If you want to learn about advertising, read David Ogilvy. If you want to learn about copywriting, read the Boron Letters. Learn from the mentors. Don't go here where all these influencer gurus are. Go above these influencer gurus. Go where the people actually started. This is where the most richest depth of knowledge is. This is one of the most important skills to master in your 20s, to use discernment about who you're consuming information from. Number 9, no one is coming to save you. Not your mom, not your dad, not your sister, not your brother, not your cousin, not your pet, no one. If you don't like your job, it's not your boss's job to give you another. If you don't like your body, it's not your partner's job to drag your ass to the gym. You can either be afraid of that, or you can use that as the fire under your ass to change. All right, let's get into number 10. which is that money isn't a limited resource. Just because someone has a successful business doesn't mean that there's less success for you. Just because someone has 1 million followers on YouTube doesn't mean that there's less followers for you. I want you to literally just think of money as this social construct that is designed to maintain law and order. And this construct is simply an exchange of value. It is just an energy currency exchange. That's it. It's paper. It's abundant as air. Number 11, dress up. Prioritize your appearance. Being fit doesn't just let people know that you go to the gym. Being fit shows other people that you're consistent, you're disciplined, you have self-respect, you have patience, and you're resilient. These are the character traits of someone who consistently takes care of themselves. How you show up for yourself shows other people how they should show up for you. And how you treat yourself sets the standard for how other people treat you. So if you respect yourself by prioritizing your wellness and your appearance, you'll be surprised how many people just subconsciously start treating you differently. Number 12, your superpower is your intellectual curiosity. This is so important for the world we're living in right now because it is changing so fast. People who literally went to college so that they could learn how to code are getting replaced by AI being able to code for them. So now it's no longer about you having the technical knowledge and experience. It's you having the curiosity to understand how you can adapt to where the world is going. And that starts by being curious instead of hesitant. Number 13, when you're making a choice, choose yourself. Make the decision that feels the most aligned to you at this state of your life, because you will never make the wrong decision if it's in integrity with your morals, your ethics, and your values. Number 14, this is a quote, it's one of my favorites, and it goes, worry about your character, not your reputation. Your character is who you know you are, but your reputation is who other people think you are. If you're in an environment that is clean and ethical and valuable, your character is automatically going to assimilate and reflect that. But think about the reverse, right? If you have a great character, but you're in an environment that is jealous and icky and non-ethical, then naturally you'll be viewed poorly, even though your character is great. The reputation of the people around you don't have great character, so naturally they're going to judge you through the lens of their own self-perception. You can't control that because you're being viewed by the eyes of those who judge you. And that is why when your environment changes, naturally your reputation changes too. So change your character, focus on your character so that you can be worthy of being in environments that reflect a positive reputation back to you. Lesson number 15 is all about the micro action principle. If you can't do a full workout, walk for 10 minutes. If you can't read a full book, read for 10 pages. If you can't meditate for an hour, meditate for 10 seconds. Don't focus on trying to create massive momentum in your life. Just focus on the 24 hours ahead of you, because those micro actions will always lead to macro results. All right, the next lesson is this. If it's gonna make you money but sabotage your reputation, don't do it. Don't make a stupid decision in your 20s like doing OnlyFans and showing off your body and making money the quick way without developing an actual solid skill set. Because you may look hot in your 20s, but when you're in your 40s or your 50s, you're gonna realize how much of a mistake it was that you prioritized your appearance and your body above your character and your intelligence. Because your appearance is temporary, but your intelligence is permanent. Number 17, if you're unhappy, prioritize your brain health. Believe me when I say that this society is so quick to label mental health issues when in reality it's just your brain health. So hydrate, sleep, exercise, eat nutritiously, rebalance your dopamine by lowering your screen time, nail the basics, nail the fundamentals, because boring things that are done in repetition make your life way better in the long run. Number 18, your real friends will tell you what you don't want to hear. They'll tell you when you're fucking up. They'll tell you to stop drinking. They'll tell you to stop partying. They'll tell you when you're playing too small. I would much rather have people in my life who tell me what I don't want to hear, because that means that they're a real one. Pick the friends who hurt your feelings by giving you the truth, not the friends who fluff you up because they're afraid to tell you the truth. Number 19, build yourself first so that you can attract someone who is building too. If a man has no purpose, who spends his life playing video games, who expects you to pay for dinner, who does nothing to help you and make you feel like the woman that you deserve to be, Why are you with him? You will always attract the people who reflect the ideologies and the values and experiences that you are reflecting in yourself. And that is why if you want to attract people of high value, become a person of high value. Put yourself in the environments that you know the best people are congregating at. Because you can't expect to attract high value people and relationships and networks if you're in low value environments. Number 20. The brightest people are the ones who get talked about the most. The people who support you and the people who hope you fail are the same people, just usually in different timelines of your life. A lot of your friends will support you and they'll want to see you win until they see that you're surpassing them. Because once you reach that level, now you're bringing awareness to their lack of progress and momentum. So now they will hate on you. They will hope you fail. And that is why the most liberating feeling ever is when you realize that the people who are ahead of you will never hate on you. These people will always support you. They will always help you. I've realized this time and time again that it's these people here who are jealous and icky and condescending. Number 21, the best skill you could develop is the art of effective communication. It is way easier to be a good speaker and convince people that you're really smart when in reality you're not. But it is so much harder to convince people you're smart when you're a shitty writer. That is why I encourage all of you to develop a habit of writing. Or you could use writing to really contextualize the things that you're consuming and learning, because what that does is it strengthens the data points in your head where now you're going to be able to articulate your thoughts way better. If you can write persuasive ideas, your oratory of persuasive communication becomes 25,000 times more stronger. So it turns out that I completely forgot to record lesson number 22. So here it is. No one cares about you as much as you think they do. It absolutely blows my mind how many people wake up in the morning and they're thinking to themselves, oh my God, if I take this step, what is my coworker gonna think? If I post that video, what is my friend from high school gonna think? If I wear this outfit, what is everyone at the bar gonna think? They're going through the motions of life, believing that there's this camera that's constantly on them, watching their every move, when in reality, that camera is on everyone. So my point is to stop letting the spotlight effect control your life. I just put up to the gym, so let's go ahead to lesson number 23. The last lesson that I learned at 23 that most people learn at 40 is that you can't have rainbows without the rain. Life gets hard. We lose people. We go bankrupt. Our partner cheats on us. But that's part of the experience. The best skill you could develop is the ability to co-regulate your emotions. The ability to know, okay, I know how I feel right now and I don't feel well, but I'm gonna give myself space to feel it. And then I'm gonna ask myself, what would I rather feel? I'd rather feel uplifted and hopeful and positive and happy. And then I know, okay, I have the rituals that I know bring me back to that. For me, it's walking in nature. It's moving my body. It's changing my physiology. It's dancing to music. It's hugging my dog who's right behind me sleeping. It's eating nutritious foods that feed my soul. So when life gets hard and it's raining outside and you're just waiting for the rainbow to come back, the best thing you can do is go back to what fuels you and prioritize that. That concludes the 23 lessons I learned at 23. Let me know which one resonated with you the most. And if you enjoyed this video and you like my vibe and you want to see more of me, you know what to do. Subscribe, like, all that jazz. Join my newsletter, follow me on Instagram. All that is linked down below. But I love you guys and I will see you in my next video.